Santa Clarita's hometown station, KHTS 98.1 FM and AM 1220. This is the Hometown Morning Show with Tori and Kyle. And Tori, we have a very special guest in studio.
Yeah, we do. 8:41 is the time, Kyle. We have Brian Koegle, Brian E. Koegle from Poole And Shaffery. Good morning, Brian. How are you doing?
Doing really well, Tori.
You are an attorney.
I am.
Attorney at law. Bum, bum, bum.
So ominous.
What is your favorite TV law show? Let's see if because I love law TV shows. I love them. And I know you're busy.
You know, but Suits is always fun and exciting, but I will tell you, I'm really into Goliath right now.
None of the classics like, Law and Order or
sure.
Boston
Perry
Legal.
Mason, The Practice,
the
Boston
Practice.
Legal, all those were great. I was going current.
The Practice, Dylan McDermott. We need to talk. Okay, so Brian, there is a huge event coming up in a couple of weeks right here in town. Valley Industry Association of Santa Clarita at the Hyatt Regency. Will you tell me about this?
Absolutely. Every year, Poole and Shaffery joins with the Valley Industry Association of Santa Clarita, that's VIA, to host an employment law seminar for all local businesses. Unfortunately, because we have so many small businesses in Santa Clarita, very few of them actually have good, competent legal help when it comes to compliance with employment laws. So what we do as a service to this community is we team up with VIA and we come out every single year and we give an update to small and mid-sized businesses so that they know all of the new laws that have been put into effect, all of the new cases that have come out from the courts here in California that actually affect their business on a day-to-day basis. How they treat their employees, how they hire, how they fire, how they operate and report information to the government. All of these things are changes that alter the course of how a business needs to do business.
What kind of laws, for example, okay, so we're right into early February. January 1, 2018, were there new laws put into effect?
As of January 1, there were 312 new laws. But I will tell you that of the employment laws, there are about 44 that affect small to mid-sized businesses.
How do we even try to keep up with that? We need you. That's why. This is where you come in.
This is where we come in, exactly.
40, how many did you say? 44?
44.
44 new laws. Now, give me an example of something that we really need to know about that probably we don't if you're a small business owner listening right now to this interview.
Well, the big one that is coming out for 2018 was the fact that now employers are no longer allowed to ask for salary information in any of their pre-employment screenings. You can't ask on your application what somebody earned at their last place of business. You can't ask during the employment interview what they were earning while they're at their current place of work. Because the thought from the legislature standpoint is it perpetuates a disparate pay, unequal pay in the workplace for women versus men. So the legislature has said that if you as an employer elect to ask questions about their prior salary history, you are now in violation of the California Labor Code, and statutory penalties and attorney's fees will attach to those claims.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Brian, this is also very important information for a prospective employee finding a job at a small business. I would have never known that, and I would have answered the question if an employee. You see what I'm saying? Like it works both ways.
It absolutely does.
So there must be several laws that affect both the small business owner, and a prospective employee who chooses to get a job at a small or medium-sized company in the Valley here. So this opportunity at the Hyatt Regency, is it just for small businesses or is it open to the public?
Well, it is open to the public, but tickets are available through via.org. Anyone can come and attend as long as they purchase a ticket for the event. But truly, the presentation is geared towards small to mid-sized businesses because my goal is to try to keep people out of trouble. Obviously, employees educating themselves are a very important part of what happens in this community, but a lot of those are already handled by other resources. One of the things that I'll tell you that we get a number of calls on, both from the employer's end of things, how do we comply, how do we stay out of trouble, and the employees' questions, what are my rights, specifically revolve around the new cannabis laws and whether or not someone can use cannabis while they're on the job site, while they're working, or be under the influence of cannabis or marijuana while they're doing their normal job.
Okay, now wait a second. That seems to be a no-brainer. Brian, that seems to be a no-brainer. Am I wrong?
You are wrong. Because here's the issue.
What?
The legislature has come back and said that marijuana can be treated the same as alcohol. You may have a zero tolerance policy in the workplace that specifically says that if someone shows up to work under the influence of marijuana or a cannabis-related product, that you have a right to discipline up to and including immediate termination, so long as you have it in writing in your employee handbook.
Dun, dun, dun.
Exactly.
Brian, this is good stuff here.
And do you know how many employers out there do not have specific policies as to drug enforcement and a zero tolerance policy?
Because, you know why? Because I just said it seems to be a no-brainer. It seems like common sense, right?
You're exactly
You
right.
don't show up to work that way.
You would think.
Right?
Yes.
This is amazing stuff. Let's make sure all of the businesses, small to medium-sized businesses, know about this. Tell me once again, I need all the information. And also, if listeners happen to be driving around right now and they need a place to go when they get to work or a place where they have a computer and look this up, I want a website. I want everything. This is Brian Koegle from Poole and Shaffery. Tell me about this event going on at Hyatt Regency February 20th. We need all the information because this is good stuff.
Absolutely. So the event will take place on Tuesday, February 20th. 11:45 begins check-in. The presentation starts promptly at 12, and I will tell you that I will fill the full 60 minutes because I've got so much to go over. It's really a 2-hour presentation we squeeze into 60 minutes, unfortunately.
Bring your cup of coffee, huh?
Bring your cup of coffee. Lunch will be served. We will be in the Grand Ballroom at the Hyatt Regency Valencia at the corner of Valencia Boulevard and McBean Parkway. We will fill probably all 300 seats for that ballroom because last year we actually sold out 4 days before the event.
So get it together. Don't wait until the last minute here. It's the 7th of February right now. It's this event is the 20th. As soon as we're finished this interview and as soon as you get where you're going, do they look it up online to reserve? How do we do?
It
How do
can
we
be
do
found
that?
at two different places. You
Okay.
can either go to via.org and sign up directly there, or you can go to my website, which is Poole Shaffery, POOLESHAFF as in Frank, ERY.com, and there's a link there that you can click on to sign up for the event as well.
Fantastic. Brian, do you use the E?
Rarely, but I was
it's on
named
your
after my
card here.
grandfather, so I always keep the E on the business card.
Brian Koegle from Poole and Shaffery. Such a pleasure hearing from you. Very educational, a definite must for small and medium-sized businesses. February 20th. Make sure you look this event up. Great seeing you. I hope you're in soon again.
Thanks so much, Tori. Appreciate it.